sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Out of my way!
You're mine! Lewis, enter storm!
You require a hand.
You're mine!
I'll take out the leg with my
Rise and
shield!
Phoenix! Tear! Slice!
You're mine!
A charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
I'm practically unstoppable.
No choice. Here I
Stay
come!
calm.
Ready and ready.
I shall provide assistance.
Here goes! Far enough!
Take this! Pistol!
Freeze, Lancer! If they rush you,
Make
you
it
guys
rain!
are covered.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Penumbra!
Freeze!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
We finally made it.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time. Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon. I mean, other than them.
Right, here goes! No escape!
Going in!
Elusive
Radiant
deity.
Black! Thunderstorm! Be still!
May a
Far
thousand
enough.
gales tear you to shreds!
On your knees.
Thunderstorm! Try harder! My turn!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
Infernal Torrent! Take this!
I'm ready.
Blow them away!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Going in. Give up.
Chinese supernova!
This one's mine.
Hurricane Thrust!
Field!
Searing Gale!
Tiger Blade!
Lion
Here I come!
Thousand
escape!
Gales! Tear you to shreds!
Void Blast!
I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Strike!
Elusive deity!
Hurricane Thrust!
Light now!
Searing Gale!
Raging Cascade!
In a vine?
You're mine!
Any injuries?
There's something in the... I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Ha! Not my lucky day, I guess. All right, once more from the top. All right. That was disappointing. Reel it in. Boy, That's a bit of a letdown.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Yeah! Reel it in. That was disappointing. Yeah! I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
You finally... made it. We finally made it.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
This one will be difficult to predict.
I never miss. I'm ready. This one's mine. Tiger Blade.
Force Blast!
Every beast. My special.
Rising Strike!
Tiger Blade.
Inferno! We've got flyers!
Unstoppable. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! Azure Storm!
This one's mine. Dance in the wind.
Here I come!
I never miss.
Here I come!
Down on the ground! Rotating pile driver!
Lightning strike.
You're mine! No escape!
Piercing roar.
Azure Storm!
Divine.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
You're mine! No escape!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry. All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart! When he slows down, that's our chance! Take this!
It's like trying to keep
Resonate
up
with
with
the
the
earth!
wall.
Take this! On your ready slash!
On guard.
In a bind?
Take this!
Can you take it?
Time to shine.
Blow away!
Raging
Pile
Cascade.
driver! Slice! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
I'll face you.
Slice!
Lightning condense.
Rising
pile
fire!
Thunder blade.
Water Snake Wing!
Tiger Blade!
Urge
You're
Malone.
finished!
Arcane waterfall.
Be still!
Freeze lancer.
Slice!
Dance in the wind.
Piercing roar!
Rising Try this! Inferno Strike!
Take this! Tiger Blade!
No escape!
Make it work!
Take this!
Water Snake Wing!
Strike! Azure Storm!
Time to shine. All day.
Raining slip! You're finished!
I'm ready! Shield!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renin who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renins have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's down in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That trick.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Let the marksman handle this.
Can you take it? That's it. I'm not done! I'm not done! A new melody! Coming straight! In a bind?
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Leave the enemy's arms
Leave the
to me.
ensnaring to me.
No complaints here!
Here goes.
Piercing roll! I'll thank you! Lightning thrust!
Here goes.
You're mine!
Tiger blade.
Make it rain!
Get on.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Eat dirt!
This one! Make it rain!
Be healed!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
You're mine!
Lion's Howl!
Point blank!
Make it rain!
Hey! Blow them away!
I think I'm getting stronger.
through!
Get behind me!
Where you going? If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Understood!
Too shy to come over? Here, I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Soaring light spear! Take this!
Freeze, Lance!
Flying freeze! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Here goes!
Can you take it?
May a thousand gales carry you to dread!
Blow away!
Gusty nail! Where are you going?
This one's
Take
mine!
that!
On a roll!
I'm not done!
Tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Shockwave blast!
Purge malevolence!
Going in!
Freeze,
You're
Lancer!
escape!
Dance in the wind!
You're finished!
Air thrust!
I'm ready! Shockwave blast!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
First boy!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around. Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
This looks nice and tough.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands. I think I'm getting stronger.
My fists are crushing it out there!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So it's still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
I still got a ways to go!
complacent. Good to know my training is paying off.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights I should be of some use to us now.
You weren't exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
That equipment should come in handy.
Now that's what I call ice.
Together, I knew we could do it.
What's that big tower over there?
You guys want to rest here? Did we really just spend that much money?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving?
I can't eat anymore.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best. For the next battle.
I can feel my power growing!
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Got it.
Here I come!
Now's our chance.
Raining slash!
In here.
Blew away!
Glacial spear.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Here, let me help.
Die.
First aid.
Okay,
Ready.
here I go. First strike!
Celestial hammer.
Entertain
Blew
me.
away! Let's try harder! My turn!
Take care of you.
Tear!
Poodle.
You'll pay for that! Hurricane!
finest.
Hey, that...
I'm sorry that we caused the fall.
We've all got enough
Here
on
you
our
go.
plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Here,
Raging coming! Orange field!
Here I go.
Glacier Zero mine!
Take.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please.
Alphen?
Shion.
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
You make sure to rest too, Hootle.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Make sure to get some good rest. Well? Off we go.
Ready, Kiriko?
Yeah, no holding back! Hey, is he always this eager when it comes to fighting?
Yep. That's just how Kirito is.
Anything
Air thrust! Sweep now. Your turn! There with the others.
Okay, I'm keep charging them! Here I
That's
go!
what my shield's for.
Damn! I
Get
can't
behind
find
me.
an opening with these two.
I know. They're completely in sync with one another.
Like each of them already knows what move the other will make.
Yeah, but our teamwork's nothing to sneeze at either. I'll keep going as long as it takes.
Easy, are they?
Definitely not. They're strong, but we can still pull through.
Yeah. Let's show them what we're made of. Hope you can keep up.
I'll smash you!
Far enough! Here I go!
It's over! Blew away!
Where are you going?
Move here! Here I go! Sweep now! You can keep I need to heal! Pierce the evil! Freeze
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not bad. Not bad at all. But I'm still in this to win! Wait, seriously? 2 swords at the same time? I'm not about to back down from a fight.
Good! Because I'm not planning to hold back!
Okay, I'm going in!
Hope you can keep up.
Riding Fatality Storm! Riding Time to get serious! Blew away!
Can't get out of this!
Not a chance!
What's this?
Ready?
Here I go! You guys are strong.
Asuna, I need support!
On it. Don't push your luck with it.
Take this! He stopped it? Damn!
I'm on it.
Not on my watch.
Thanks!
Next time, don't get cocky. Here they come.
I can't believe they managed to stop that.
Among other things. Don't tell me you're giving up already.
No way! I'll keep fighting for as long as it takes.
Time to finish this! You telling me you've been holding back? For me? Never! Great! That means I can let loose here!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Hear my call!
Here I go! Try harder! My turn!
I can still fight!
Here I go!
Whirlwind
Now!
snap!
Here I go!
How is he so fast?
Kirito must be getting serious!
Quiver Dragon!
Hope you can
All
keep
thank
up.
you here!
Raging Cascade! Gemini Aqua! Dance in the wind! Now.
Burn it!
Quiver
Here I go!
Nothing gets
You can keep up.
Slash! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here's a healing art.
Ready?
Come on now!
Now!
These guys sure are tough.
Yeah, but this isn't over yet.
You okay to keep going, Asuna?
Yeah, don't worry.
Blow away!
By the power of one, here I go. This one's mine. Burn up.
This won't be easy.
I'll heal you
Look out! They're coming right for us!
Now!
Looks like you're pouring out all the stuff.
Stay sharp, Law.
No!
Don't do anything reckless.
Scarlet Inferno!
Do it.
Get
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Easy. Way to go.
Strike!
Astral energy.
Say no more! You two are seriously impressive. I learned a lot.
Me too. I haven't had that much fun in a long time.
I've never seen arts like yours before. Where did you learn them?
Well, you could say we're self-taught, I guess. We like to call our style of fighting the Aincrad style.
Aincrad style. Can't say I'm familiar with it.
I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure us two are the only ones here who use it.
So it must be pretty rare, huh? You think it's something I could pick up?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not much of a teacher, though.
Well, there's no harm in trying. Besides, I bet you want to learn more about how they fight too, right?
Okay, then. Hope you don't mind the hands-on approach.
I have to say, though, I can't believe how synchronized you two are when fighting.
Seriously? How did you get so good at coordinating your moves?
That's a good question. I guess it comes naturally from the two of us working together for so long.
She knows me so well, I can focus on whatever's in front of me during a fight.
Sounds like you two really trust one another.
You'd think so, but even after all we've been through together, there's still a lot Kirito hides from me. I lost count of how many times he's gone and thrown himself into danger without even telling me.
Hey now!
Take it easy. I'm just kidding. Sort of.
Oh, man.
Sounds like Asuna's got her hands full.
You're one to talk. Remind me who's always getting himself into trouble again.
What? No, well... Yeah, okay.
Seriously.
I guess you and me are in the same boat, huh?
Tell me about it.
What was that?
What's that?
Nothing. I was just saying how much I've learned from Kirito and Asuna today.
Well, as long as you got something out of it, I guess it was worthwhile.
It was good training for us, too. I'd love to spar with both of you again sometime.
If you ever feel like having a rematch, give us a shout. We'll be around.
Sounds good. Take care, you two.
There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
break through!
In a bind.
Here I come! First strike! Azure Storm! Shockwave
Are those arms even natural?
Dragon Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning orb!
Do it! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Dragon Shot! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
Here I come!
Can't be
You're finished! Lightning Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Dragon Swarm! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Way. Burning strike! Hear me, flame of I never miss! Here's a healing art! First aid! Hear me, flame of fury! Burning strike! Annihilation!
They've got me surrounded.
Annihilation! Huh! Annihilation! Huh! Annihilation! I'm ready! Huh! Annihilation! Got you! Huh! You're mine! There! It's over! It's over! Annihilation! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Annihilation! No further! Photon Flash! Not in your dreams! Photon Flash! Light Astral Wonder Back! Up and at 'em! Let's go! Lightning Ulna! Here goes! Hit! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy! Here's another! Here goes! Not on my watch! Light Astral Energy! Photon Flash! Ready! Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy!
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. Now you see what I can do. Whirlwind snap! Now I'm in the groove. Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Whirlwind snap! I'll finish you here and now! I'm surrounded! Whirlwind! It was nice while it lasted. Whirlwind snap! Eat this! First strike! Come and get it! Shattering the pieces! Attack time! Knock it into next week! Whirlwind snap! I'll tear you apart! Watch this! Eat this! I'll end you! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Swallow this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Too slow! Eat this! Come and get it! Swallow dance! I'm on it! I lost my... That frickin' does it! Death Blossom! Bang Bolero! First struck! We'll take this! I'm just getting started! I'll tear you apart! Now I'm in the groove! I'll tear you apart! Whirlwind!
Way! Denied! This one's mine! That's it! Tiger Blade! This one's mine! One more! Tiger Blade! Water Snake Wing! Tiger Blade! Right here! I got you! Going in! Plenty left! Tiger, I can handle it! Look sharp! That's it! Look sharp! That's it! Water Snake Wing! No chance! Tiger Blade! Light up the dark! All right. Let me at him! All right, let me at him! This one's mine! Water Snake Wing! Tiger Blade! No chance! No! Going in! Plenty left! Water Snake Wing! Ready to go! Blade! Water Snake Wing! No chance! No! Look sharp! Water Snake Wing! Tiger Blade! This one's mine! Water Snake Wing! Guardian Field! I'm ready to leave the Chargers to me! Denied! This one's mine! Tiger Blade! That's it! On guard! On guard! Tiger Blade! Water Snake!
this, aren't you?
On your knees. Air pressure! Elusive deity!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Benediction light. On your knees. Air pressure! Ha! You're mine! Not so fast! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! I'll face you! How's this? Elusive deity! What? On your knees.
Our arts are being interrupted.
Does it hurt? How's this?
Do you require a hand?
Tornado drive! Begin! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Ha! Ha! Does it hurt? Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! I'll face you! How's this? Ha! Not so fast! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! In a bind? Benediction light. Heal! On your knees. Air pressure!
Another incantation ruined.
Not so fast! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Seismic rupture! Tempest! Raging lunar storm! Tempest! Nothing will hold me back. Ha! I'll grind you into dust! Does it hurt? Begin! Sight now or never! Tempest! Not so fast! I'll face you! Begin! Take this! Raging lunar storm! What? How's this? Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
More stoppable? Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo!
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadheim signed up to be a rebel so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help. I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well? Let's see what they have to say.
Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Xion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Xion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.